Okay.
So you can see
Not and
anything.
I can't see anything. I can only see your screen, but I can't see the background. It's almost like your screen is off.
Well, I put my camera off, but
Yeah,
because
I mean,
I wanted the main view to be the Blender screen.
oh, okay. So the great thing behind that's Blender screen.
Yeah.
Was your I can only see your face, but then it's like your camera is off and there's only the thing behind.
So, but that means okay. Everyone can see now. Just confirm that.
Yeah, they can see. Just continue. It's fine.
Cool. All right. File, new, general. Just gonna remove that. As I was explaining, um, this is the viewport. So you click on this. The object that you're selecting, that is highlighted in orange or some color, bright color of orange. That's your light, and that's your camera. That's your default object when you're starting Blender. So I'm going to delete this object, which is you Shift A. You have to, before you delete, you have to make sure the object you're deleting is selected like it is right now. And sorry, it was supposed to be X for delete. Right, delete. So I'm going to turn off the light and the camera because we don't really need them at the moment. Just so we know how, I'm going to skip the part where I have to show you how to rotate and everything because that's on, or how to move around the screen because that's in the tutorial guide I will email to you. Shift A to add an object, sphere. And when we add that object, you will see at the bottom here, this is the left side, the bottom left, there's an add UV sphere. So we're going to click on that and then we see what this extra information. So there's so many segments, so many rings. We're not going to play around with that, it's not necessary at the moment. So once we got our sphere, let's see. Do we need to make it big? It's radius, sorry, radius. Okay. Let's make it, leave that as is, leave the rings, the radius by one is the default size. So let's make it bigger. Just give me a second. We are in the center. So we have to move that up a bit. When you click on this, it's by 0.01. So we're just going to put a number of 3 or 2. Let's see, 3. Okay, yeah, okay. So that's a very big head. Let's make it down to 2. Yeah, okay. So that's that. The location and rotation you see here is the same thing over here as well. Oh, actually, it might not be if you're changing things here. Things might not necessarily change here. Bring that down. Now, when you're adding an object, and after adding an object, be careful because if you're looking for more information like we just did here, and mistakenly you just click elsewhere, that goes away. So, little advice there. Okay, now I'm just going to it's in the middle of the origin, the center. So you see that little dot there with that little circular thing, that is your origin. So we're going to, that is something you'll need to be careful about as well because that decides how we shape our object. Um, so to make movements easier, let me just go here so you can see we can move. Click on move here. and click on the object. Then you got these arrows that will help us move. Now moving this is free, so when you're moving, you notice the value on the location there. It's random. It's not to scale if you want to move it to a certain position, right? So what I actually want to do is move it up one up above the origin, above this grid here. So we're going to use snap here. So we'll snap meaning.
Hello.
Yes. Oh.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yes, we can
So
hear you.
with snap.
Okay. I'm just joining, sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Welcome to
With
the
snap,
workshop.
we you see again when I mentioned over here, notice how the norm values change there, right? Now I'm going to move up 1, 2, 3. So it makes moving, scaling, things, even rotating a bit easier, but that depends if you want to be specific. So I just want to move, let's see, 1 up. Let me move 1 up or 2 up. Maybe not now. We can. Um, right. We'll leave it at origin for the moment till we move it. We need to move it later. I'm going to doing a cat, so we'll have to do another sphere, right? I'm just going to, what is it? Control. Okay, Shift D. Shift D. Oh, oopsie. Let's put that back there. I duplicated the sphere, so you see there's a second sphere there. Just click on. Okay, and I'm gonna undo that. So give me a second. Shift D and ah, stop it. Okay, that would have been nice if that was bigger. All right, I am just going to redo all this for very quickly. Shift A, sphere, bring that up to 5. Okay, okay, then duplicate that. Shift D for duplicating, bring it up. Bring up scaling, move that duplicated sphere up a bit, bring it down to size. Maybe it's easier to not duplicate this. So I want to actually resize the second one. Give me a second. Then okay, shift A again, another sphere. Bring that to 2. A bit of a small head. Let's make that 3. Okay. Done. Alright. I'm happy with that. moving that up. Okay, there we go. All right, that is the body of the cat. This is the head of the cat. Okay, okay. The cat is more like a Garfield-like cat, so if it doesn't look like a real cat, it's a Garfield kind of cat. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, I think we are happy with this. So, fairly simple. What we did, created two spheres, one bigger and one smaller. Now what I'm going to do is select the bright select both the spheres and Control J for combining them as one object. So that's simple. So now you click on that, it's one object. Click on that, it's one object. Move them around. It's still one. Okay. Done with that. Now that's simple. Next we can maybe name it if you want. Let's do that. Over here, what's name F2. You can double click or F2. Name this as the body, head body. Right. Next, let's do the ears. Okay, let's do that. Or we can do the face first. Let's do the face. Alright, so for that face, the eyes and the nose and the mouth. Shift A. For the eyes, we can use the icosphere and I'll resize that a bit. I got snap on, resize, let's bring it out. There's what an icosphere looks like. Bring that thing. Alright, so can make it smaller. Going to scale quickly. Scale. All right, bring it in. Let's see. In. That's very much in. Just move snap a little. And there you go. Alright, and duplicate this. There it is. Okay, I should look more like a snowman, it's kind of cat. Okay, that's the iris. And let's duplicate this too. Bring it down, make it smaller. I'm going to scale a little bit small and bring it out. Okay. Okay, just okay. I think that's just another. All right. Yeah, that'll have to do. Okay, so just gonna add. Join them up first. So I'm shift and selecting these icospheres and Control J to join them. Rename them as a simple face. Okay, that is done. I think it looks okay. Alright. Next is when you do an ears there and use the same for the nose. Let's do the nose. Shift A cone. Where's the cone? Oh, okay, there it is. Let's just bring it down to and let's move it up. Before we do anything else, actually we should have actually done that before. Let's go back down, go. Set origin to 3D cursor. No, that is still there. Right. Let's move that. Okay. X rotate. Y. Scale it. It's very small. Um, okay. Let's put this snap thing off. Let's move uh, and actually as on the cone and cone. Okay, move that up. Scale. Blue isn't scaled yet. And then Uh, okay, rotate. Okay. Alright. Duplicates. File 20. Okay, so that's that. Swing this to nodes. Group the years. Control J. Name it as. Yes. Alright, so that's about it. Except one more thing. Just need to add a tail. And any suggestions on what we can use for the tail? I am thinking cylinder, depth. Then give me a second. Alright, shift then add cylinder. Okay, got to see it. 16. Radius 0.5. Really? 0.5. Then that should be. Alright, that'll work. Okay, snap back on. Move a little. Okay, out. Need to rotate this a bit. Okay, let's just use this as easy. Rotate. Hmm. 90. Kind of. Alright. Let's bring her. Right, 15. This is 7. Ah, 7.5 there. I think that can be it. That duplicate this and make it quicker. We have 612. Right. Okay. Just gonna join the shift. Shift control J. Yeah, I could have just made that longer. Anyways. Rotate. Move, rotate, and give. That's so difficult that was. Have that on move. Okay. This can be longer and what is wrong? X, Y. Okay. I think we're about done with this. I just wanted to. This is for covers the basics of Blender. Now the other, the little more advanced level is on the edit, knowing about the edit mode. It's what I wanted to show in the other one, but I can just do it here. Um, let's quickly just want to scale on just want to move control. Alright, I'll explain more of that in the next one. Yeah, so this is basic objects. Let's go back there. Yes. Done with that, you can just save this. Before I move on, questions, comments? No? Going on. So next one is we're gonna do a tree. It's a lot more in work on edit and the edit mode. So far we've been using object mode. There's object mode and there's already edit mode. So we'll be mostly between object and edit mode. Now the shortcut between object and edit mode is the tab key. So you just hit tab between object and edit. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a new one here. Okay, and I'm going to delete this object because I don't need that. Just gonna turn off the light and camera. You don't need to work with them at the moment. Actually, I think I forgot something. Let's go back here. Sorry. I forgot to do color material. So material is found in here. So material is your color of everything. What you want, like, orange, red. I'm just going to do simple objects material here. You click on, let me make this wider, new, and name this the body, color of the body. There in base color, you select the color you want. Let's go here. Okay. Okay, so we have to select the object, then to give it a color. That's what we did. We select anything else. It doesn't have a color yet. Now here on this, you won't see the color. To see the color, I think it's this one. Okay. What was this? Viewport shading. There it is. Looks an odd color. Okay, that's viewport shading. We'll go back here. What is viewport shading? material preview mode that says this is solid, this is wire edges. All right, so there it is. We got the what is this tail? We have the color for the body. Now we're going to do the face quickly, and new again. You can name it if you want, and choose the face. Just going to give it a neutral. Let's say you can do that yet. Gray. That don't look very green. Okay, let's go there and see. And this is a very brightening color. Okay, go back. No, not the. Why do I have light on? Okay. What are these 0.009? Okay, yeah. This is just me demonstrating that you can how you can use materials. Okay, you guys can perfect on that. Is there anything else? Yeah, so you can add arms. Yeah, legs I think is missing. To this as well. So simply basic objects. You can use the cube and you can just extend it. I'll just put it back here, and you can just scale it how you want it, and then basically that, yeah, to make your arms or something. All right, so I'm just going to save this now. Now I'm going to move on to the tree. Sorry, I forgot about showing you all about the materials. Tree X, delete that. Turn off this, turn off that. For the tree, you can add in a cylinder to the tree, and we can keep the default as is. Although we could actually change this to 30 to 8, 8, 8. Let's do 8. And 8 depth radius, leave it at. Okay. snap mode. Now this is also in the center, so we just move it up a bit. Put snap mode on, and in the move gizmo, then move up. Now notice this origin here, which is in that orange. I'm going to move it up, the orange moves. Now we need to set that to the center, right? Because if you don't do that, rotating and scaling and well, will be complicating. So once we just move that one up above the grid there. So let's right click, set the region to 3D cursor, and there it is. And then you'll notice that Z changed back to 0 meters, or what it means. All right, done with that, and we're going to scale it. Scale. Well, you could use scale here and scale it if you want that, or and by the way, you noted that that doesn't move off position. It scales only upwards and not in the center. Because if you had left it like this and scaled it, it'll scale both top and bottom. So so see the importance of setting a region. Let me do that again. Set a region to 3D cursor. Right, and I'm just going to set the rotation to scale here to 10. 10. All right, and that's it's from there to the grid to the top. All right, now we got that. Then we are going to switch to edit mode. Remember, again, I just said the tab. This is edit mode. This is object mode, edit mode. Now, edit mode, you will see these little edges and vertex being highlighted and everything. So we'll get to that. This is your vertex. Each point is a vertex, and each edge outside those lines there, those are your edges. So in this case, it's got eight edges on each side because we made the vertices of 8. And this is your face. So let me show you. When you got vertex selected, you can only click on select a vertex with that, right? Not the whole edge. See the vertex in the bottom is not selected. Only one. Only this is the vertex you select. With the edge, you select the entire from the top to bottom. With the face, this is your face. So there's 8 faces. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is click on that face and scale it. I think now when you're scaling, see a mouse cursor. If it's too much close to there, it's going to make things difficult to scale, right? So make sure your mouse is a little bit further away from the object. So then when you hit the S to scale, you can scale it as you desire. So I think I'm only scaling the top part. So basically I'm making it look like a very long cone. Okay, there it is. So now that we got that done, the next step is our region is still at the center. Let's got edit mode. Okay, the next thing, there's a few features I'm going to be showing you that's not in the tutorial I sent you because that was a little bit more advanced. However, I will be sending an updated version of that tutorial. I've emailed the 3 of you. For the rest of you, I will get the updated version. So what's not mentioned there is something called subdivisions and proportional editing, which we'll get to. So right now I'm going to Control R, and you see that orange little yellow circle there. I'm not moving anything yet, so I just hit Control R. This is the tricky thing. What we're doing is subdivision. Now, once you got that after Control R, you're going to scroll. So I'm going to scroll up once. There, scroll up twice. It gives us 4 subdivisions. Scroll up again and give me 5 subdivisions. And while you're scrolling, you can also move the mouse up and down. Well, not there yet. Sorry. Scrolling, click on once. There it is. See that arrow now? So that allows you to define where you want your subdivision to be. So you can move it up or move it down. So I'm just going to leave it where it was. Okay. So there we got one subdivision there, one subdivision there. So you notice what I've done now with whole big object. I made it 5 subdivisions. Okay. So once we got that, now comes the best part. I think before we do that, oh no, we can't do that now. Are we going to use this? Is you see this called proportional editing. I'm going to switch that on. So now with proportional editing, this allows me to do the following. I'm going to click on edge because you want to click on a certain edge. Go more inside so you can see. I'll click on a certain edge. So I'm going to click on 1, 2, 3. This edge or that edge? This edge. This edge. This one. Shift. I'm just gonna turn off this move because it's gonna make difficult for selecting. Select that. I'm sure there's a shortcut to do this, just haven't found it or haven't set it. Okay, there it is. I've selected all the one subdivision I've had. Now with that, I'm going to scale. Now, when you see scale, so let's just move the mouse a little bit there. Hit the yes. You can see around a circle around that the subdivision. I'm going to make that circle bigger, and you do that with your if the mouse have a scrolling button, then you can do that. If not, then we'll have to set it in the editing there. So I'm just making the circle bigger. Now you can make it as big as you want. I just want the circle just be around here. Now, before I do that, one more thing I need you to notice. On the top here, notice this portion here is going to go away and something else is coming up there. I need you to see that part because I can't move the mouse and I'm going to be doing this again. So I'm going to scale again. So you'll notice there's a scale X, Y, and Z. Now I want to scale not all X, Y, and Z. I want to scale only everything but the Z, because the Z is going to bring everything down. So to do that, I'm going to shift Z. Shift Z, you'll notice that it says locking global Z. So it's only going to scale the X and the Y. And now I'll bring it in a little bit so it can make it look like a beginning of a skyrocket or a rocket thing. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm pushing it in. So there it is. I'm going to do the same down here as well. Let's click on that, select that edge there. Not going to be pushing that in too much though. 1, 2, 3. Okay, scale that again, bring that in a bit, just a little bit. All right, there it is. Once we have that, I think now we are ready to make a duplicate of it. Um, right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go back to object mode, duplicate this because we want to make an extended branch to this. This is like the bark of the tree, right? So duplicate, and I'm going to move it up by half to half. What is with the command? Moving it better. Okay. Roll up to 10 to the middle of it here, and then I'm going to scale it down. Let's go more in there. Okay. Now, remember I said that origin is important. This is why I'm going to rotate where I can rotate from here. R for rotate, and I'm going to rotate on the X, so that way here. X. So you see how that bottom part, it doesn't get displaced. It stays at the origin where it's supposed to be. All right. There we are. We kind of have the beginning of a tree, and it's one bark. Okay. There. So that being done, you could leave it this as is and just add in more branches to it, or make it a little bit more complicated or defined. And how we're going to do that is Z is no Y, right? Okay, I'm gonna move this a bit out. Once out. Okay, now it's too far. Let's go. Alright. What we're going to do is we're going to have an extension from here to there. But before we do that, I think we'll need to join this too. When you go to edit mode, you see I'm only able to edit one of that, not both of it. And if you click on this and go back to edit mode, you can only work on the one. What I want to do is work on both. So click on that and Control J so we can work on both of it. All right. Tab, go to edit mode. Now you see it allows us to edit, work on both. So with that, I'm going to add a few more subdivisions just in between here, But to do that, I just need to move this. And subdivision again is Control R. Okay, that will be 1, 2. I think that should be fine. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. Someone's breathing very loudly. There. So now something else. Now we got that. Going to click on face mode because I need to click on a face. So we're going to join this to that. So what we're going to do is remove this portion here. Basically, we're going to, let me just go back to edge. Join this edge to one of those edges, join one of that edges to an edge over here, and make it a face. So that's what we're going to do. But before that, we will need to remove two faces from here and a face from there. So I'm going to click on that, and just like how we deleted an object, it's just the X you click on, and this works differently in edit mode. I mean, same, but you can edit. I mean, you can delete the face or the edge or the text. So right now we want to delete the face. So X on that, and there it is. So we got the face. We only want to delete that face. So you have to have the object selected that you want to delete before you just delete anything. Okay. So we're going to just, I'm able to show you this way. Delete that, select, and I mean, click on that, select and click on this face. And we go, wait, this is each side. So then I need this one here too. Or do I need the bottom one? I think I need the bottom one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I made 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to X delete faces. You see those four faces have gone. Now this, I've had a problem doing this part, so you may experience problem doing this part when you are going to be working on this. So let me show you. We will click on an edge. We have proportional editing on. That's why it allowed us to do a few things like that scaling. And I'm going to click on this face, and I'm going to hold the shift and click on an edge. I made an edge. Click an edge on the side. And then I'm going to, what is that? I think it's supposed to, F. Click on F. Click on F, and did you see? So basically created another face between two edges. So I do the same thing here, and then click on that edge, shift and click on the wrong edge. This is the edge, F. Okay. I'm going to jump to this side because this is the side I was having a problem with. So just gonna go more in and just looking. So I'm making sure I'm getting the right edge. This edge, and then hold and this edge here, F. Okay, working so far. Clicking on this edge and now drawing to this edge. So we click, shift, hold shift and click, and F. Okay, that's happening. Just make sure we are clicking this edge here and this edge and F. Okay, so far to this and that and F again. Okay, we're almost there. This edge to that edge, F, and this one, click this edge to that edge, and now. So there it is. We have attached the branch to this tree. So with proportional editing, this allows us to do something else as well. And what we're going to do is push a little bit down on this to make it look a little bit nicer. Just to make sure you got the right. Huh. I can't even include that. Okay, with proportional editing, I'm going to press S, and I am going to bring the circle much smaller. Yeah, okay. It's not how I want it, but okay. Let's just actually do this instead. Move that'll be better. Let's see. Let's start. That and right. So what I just did there now, I selected 1, 2, 3, 4 edges, and with the move gizmo on, I'm going to on the red is Y, so we'll need blue. Blue is it. With this blue, I click the blue, hold down and press the blue, and then that circle comes. So I'm going to just bring the circle a little smaller, so it's only targeting here. And then actually before I do that, let me just switch on scaling, because I'll do weird stuff there. Do that again. There. Okay, there it is. So I changed from edge to vertex to play around with some of the, and using the move gizmo to make it look a bit crooked. Let's see, click on this one, then move it up, and so proportional editing in edit mode gives you a lot of editing tool features you can use, like what we just do here. Let's just then okay, bring that down. Oh, that's wrong. So then alright, I'm just going there. And there we go. We have something that looks like a tree, a branch with a tree with no leaves. So with that done, I'm just going to save this and open up the tree I was working on. Save this as 2. Okay, this is what I've been working on. Just put that off. No, sorry, this and that. Okay, I am in edit. Why am I in edit? Oh, okay. So this is 2 object. This one, combine this and that and make it 1. Control J. Then go to edit mode. Right. Here now, what I've done is added a sphere for the leaves. Now, obviously, you can use Shift A here. What I show is the sphere. Yeah, this one I could see it. So Obviously, we can do use other objects to maybe make a different kind of leaf for the tree. Just to scale this. Uh, um, oh, that's very big. Okay. Go edit mode. What I've done here is it's the same object, but it looks a bit crashed up, because what we've done is went to vertex, had proportional editing on, selected a few of these things, and then just smashed it in. Okay, this one. Just select a few here and just bring it in. I select a few vertices here and then just push it in there. So you can, with that, you can also expand on things. So we could have done this with for when we did that tree branch over there. So there's a lot of ways to play around with this. Um, here and there we go. And just move that in there. So there. Not a very much of a realistic tree, but this is for in terms of designing game objects. So this could be a good start. Um, yes. So I think that's about it. You can add in more. See, like how I've gone here. I've added that branch just before we started. I basically did a duplicate of this and then moved it here, rotated it, scaled it down. It's basically a duplicate of that. Then you can just to make time shorter for you. Working with Blender takes a lot of time, especially if you like want to. Sorry. Stop. Especially if you want to make good game objects. This is just the beginning. There's a whole lot more you can do with Blender. From here, you can do animation. Just while I have this, I suppose I can just. What happened? Oh, okay. Over here. So what I was saying is let's put some materials here quickly. New leaves, trees. Base color, green. Green. Mm-hmm. Okay, I just joined this too, so both has the color. Here you can put brown color, just dark up what looks brown. Well, look more red. Okay, that's about it. So yes, with Blender you can do animation as well. Questions before we kind of end? Do you want me to show you what you can do with Blender? Think I can do that. Mm. Share, stop sharing. Okay. So with Blender you can actually make animated series, and quite a few people have done that. Sorry, like this.
Hey Ronnie, are we continuing this tomorrow or are we still continuing?
No, this is the end of it.
Okay.
Mm.
I want to thank everyone for being part of this, and please just put your full names in the comment sections if it's possible. Just your full name and last name and which country you're from. That's what I have from my side. Ronnie, anything you want to add? Anything you want to add?
Yeah, no, that's just the basics for Blender. There is so much more you can do with Blender, and that cannot even be covered in a 2-hour lesson. And in fact, I always wondered whether one can actually learn graphic design online, and guess what? I figured out we can do that. So, yeah, I'd actually like to make this a Blender complete course in the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely something to look into.
Mm. Yeah, so not next week. The weekend after that, we'll have finish off with Unity. So that will be the last workshop before our game jam.
Yes, definitely.
That might be the for 2 days, but we'll see how the first day goes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
So
enough from my side.
yeah, but just sorry, I wanted actually for those of y'all that are here, also I'm gonna email to everyone else. For y'all to get familiar with Blender, I mean, just I'm not a creative person, right? But I would like to design stuff. So even if you guys think you're a more developer and less designer, play around with Blender. Try. I'd like to give you all homework, right? You can spend like 2 weeks with it. Just design a car. Everyone likes cars, so design a car in Blender. How about that?
Yes.
With the tools that I've shown you, I will email you guys by tonight or tomorrow the full tutorial for Blender, and then yeah, with that you should be able to make a car with that, design a car with that. So definitely, I think that's impossible. Yeah, that's the homework.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure what more I can add from my side. I would appreciate it if everyone can just add their names on the chat session. That would be really nice, so that we can just have your names and finish up the certificates. Because we're gonna like give people certificates for attending and gonna send them through